Certainly, it was a life-changing experience, really. I experienced that even on this trip, rather than what can I take from this place, what am I looking for, what memories am I looking for, rather to change my mindset, to be grateful for what is being given to me, what experience is being given to me.
En fait, j'avais pas vraiment entendu parler des Matagi, j'avais juste lu que c'était des chasseurs-cueilleurs, donc j'imaginais un petit peu donc la chose comme un peu partout en fait où on peut trouver des chasseurs. Moi je viens d'une famille de chasseurs, on chasse pas du tout la même chose, mais je m'attendais pas mal à ce type d'expérience-là.
I don't know if I had too many expectations or too much knowledge. I had looked up and learned a little bit about the Matagi. I knew about their connection to the forest, to hunting different animals, including bear, and kind of being these mountain men. And so that was very much true.
Deep within the stillness of the forest, the quiet drip of melting snow echoes through the trees. The air is so clear that it is as if the wind itself begins to speak before any words are voiced. In this land, people have survived not by conquering nature, but by walking alongside it. Matagi, guardians who stand at the threshold between the human world and the mountains. They do not take life, they receive it, placing their trust in the cycle that binds all things. As our journey began, we didn't just look at the mountain. We saw, we felt, we listened. And with each step, our senses opened. This was no ordinary experience. It was a quiet return to the essence of what it means to be alive. A place far from the city's noise, where life whispers its truths in stillness.
マタギというのはこの自然の世界と人間の世界を両方またいで立っている、それでこの人と自然をつなぐような役割もしているのがマタギだよと。あと春夏秋冬四季もまたいで、マタギというとこう狩人というかハンターのイメージがほとんどなんですけど、実際は春は山菜採りに行って夏は魚を捕まえに行きますし、秋はキノコ取ったりで、冬の短い間だけ狩猟なので、それに1年通じて1年をまたいで山と関わる人がマタギだよというのを聞いて、それを信じてやっているというような状況です。そのマタギのお父さんとかも怖い人ばっかりじゃなくて、本当に山大好きおじいちゃんたちで、もう山に行かないと気持ち悪いというような、もう3歳の時からもう山に入っているような人なので、遊び道具もおやつも食べ物も全部山から授かって暮らしてきた人たちなので、そういう山と一緒に生きてきたそういうマタギの姿というのを大事にしてます。東北というとやっぱりいろんな良さはあるんですけど、北東北とかに限って言えば、まずこの狩猟の文化とかもそうですし、でもそれに雪がないと暮らしていけないというところ、今の季節だと枯れ葉だと動物の足跡を追えないですけど、雪が降ると動物がどこを歩いたか、どっち向きに行ったか、それが疲れてるのか、それともまだ元気に遠くまで行ってるのかとか、朝歩いたのか昨日歩いたのか一昨日歩いたのか分かるんですけど、そういうふうに雪っていうのが狩猟をすることによってこの大事なものだっていうのが改めて分かったので、そういう邪魔なものとかそういうものでもない。雪があって大変なことばっかりピックアップされるけど、雪があることによってこういう山での生活っていうのがすごい成り立つんだなというところで、その雪国の暮らしっていうのがいろんな文化に影響してるなというところあります。
Vivre avec Oriyama-san, Donc on était vraiment dans sa maison, il nous a partagé son expérience, fait goûter des plats typiques comme le kiritampo, on a fait goûter de la viande d'ours, donc à ceux qui sont sensibles à la condition animale, c'est quelque chose qu'on peut goûter quand même qui est assez bon. Et moi j'ai vraiment adoré cette expérience-là. Après passer la soirée avec Oyama-san, être en petit groupe déjà, ça permettait de partager cette expérience-là, goûter le saké, nous expliquer, nous partager des histoires en fait sur sa vie et son mode de vie de chasse.
I really enjoyed just sitting around Oriyama's house, around the hearth, and having a kind of cozy, intimate time there. You felt kind of at home. You felt like you're way out in the countryside in the woods. And then the next day to go out and just have a great time exploring in the mountains like the Matagi you've always done. So I thought that was a really great experience. And it was also a first to go, stream walking, shower walking. And especially to do it in the wintertime was really unique. And so it was a great adventure, kind of a good challenge. And then at the end, we ended this beautiful onsen, and you can kind of soak your bones. And then as well, just learning more about the Matagi culture, their connection with bears, getting to try bear meat and have a sort of Matagi izakaya in the woods almost, with some local sake and some bear meat on the grill. That was very unique, and something I've never done in Japan, and probably most people don't even know exists. So we've had a blast. This has been a really great time. Been enjoying it.
My expectations were certainly different than my feelings when I met with the bear hunters and understood where they fit in their modern conservation efforts and the history and culture behind the practice of living off the land and taking what the land gives you and what the world has presented to you. That perspective was new to me. Rather than taking something from the forest, things are given to us, and it is our duty to be grateful and thankful for those experiences. And
授かったっていうのもマタギ独特の言い方で、山の神様からいただいているものだよというところで、自分の力で仕留めたわけではないっていうところで、そういう命というのは巡るものだというふうに考えているので、自分の力で奪い取ったっていうのは一切なくて、たまたまというか山の神様の考えでいただいて、それでありがたくいただく。でこのいただいた命は私もこう何かにして返さなきゃいけない。でそれまた自分の子供の世代とか孫の世代とか、そういうところにもどんどん循環してつながっていくというような考え方なので、そういう山菜とかもそうです。山菜とかも5本生えていたら2本だけ取って3本残してくる。それだと今の人だともう生えてるもの全部取りたいような人もいるんですけど、そうではなくて自分の孫の代、そのさらに先の代まで同じ場所で山菜が取れるように、残す方を多くしたり、そういうのもこう持続可能な考え方なので、そういうのはちょっと伝えていきたいなと思っています。
In a small forge, fire filled the air with its roar. We watched in silence as glowing iron began to take shape. The nagasa, crafted by the hands of a master blacksmith, is more than just a tool for the Matagi. On their journeys through the mountains, through wordless conversations with nature, this blade becomes a symbol of their path and of the quiet resolve with which they face life itself. Each stroke of the hammer carries not just skill, but prayer, passed down through generations. However far science advances, it still takes a spirit to forge a blade like this. The nagasa is entrusted to those who speak with iron, face the fire, and meet nature eye to eye. It's not a weapon of defiance. It is a silent vow to live in harmony with the natural world.
Après, c'est vrai que les Matagi ont l'air quand même pas mal plus connecté avec la nature. Les explications qu'on a eues par rapport à la chasse à l'ours, c'est que le petit rituel qu'ils ont aussi après avoir tué l'ours pour remercier, remercier la nature en gros et puis laisser son âme sortir de son corps. Donc c'est le côté spirituel à faire ajouter quand même quelque chose d'émotionnel par rapport à ça.
When I travel, I'm always looking for beautiful scenery and delicious food. But to see places and eat food through the lens, through the eyes of the people who live there, who've lived there for generations, that changes something in you about the way you appreciate where you're from and helps me appreciate, other people's homes and be grateful for my ability to experience that.
山に入って自然との結びつき、自分と自然がつながってるというのはなかなか日常生活だとイメージしづらいですけど、ここでそういうマタギの人と一緒に歩いていったりすると、自然と人との結びつきの強さというのをすごい感じます。で、実際にこのマタギ体験で歩いていた時にも、そのお客さんにも自分がどういうところに接点を感じるかというのは人それぞれあるので、山とのつながりを感じてもらって、自分と自然と結びつきが強くなると自分のこの生活もですね豊かにまたなってくるので、そういうところを感じてもらえれば思っております。
Venture travel does have a lot of different meanings to different people. For me, I think venture travel is to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit and step outside of boundaries, and that can mean exploring things you don't know much about, a new culture, a new place, and that we've done in spades on this tour, as well as pushing yourself physically. And we've also done that with some of our hikes and with the shower walking, especially doing it this season where we're kind of, the first time we're doing it in the snow and ice, but we have this place all to ourselves. We're seeing fresh bear prints in the snow. We're having challenges, and by doing that, we're pushing our boundaries and we're growing from that. So I think in that way, that's transformative whenever we can push our boundaries a little bit to step outside of the box and to expose ourselves to something new and more challenging to grow. So yes.
Puis ouais, là je sens vraiment avoir surmonté, pas à terme limite, j'aurais pu les repousser un peu plus, mais ouais, c'était quand même assez compliqué de faire cette remontée de rivière dans la neige, le froid, avoir les pieds mouillés jusqu'au bout, donc il faut vraiment s'attendre, avoir des attentes, comment expliquer. Il faut être préparé pour ce type de sortie.
Whenever I travel, I'm looking for great experiences. I'm looking for something new, something adventurous. This Matagi experience may have been one of the most challenging and exciting things I've ever done in my life. I was not expecting that. To be so tired and so challenged by the environment, by the cold, by the environment, unfamiliar environment, it really put me outside of my comfort zone in a way that I will take with me my entire life. That experience of going into the unknown with someone who knows more than you and trusting the history and the stories and the knowledge of the people beyond myself.
What we found in the snow-covered mountains was more than nature itself. It was a way of life, rooted in reverence, a life of prayer, a life that honors the unseen and lives within the flow of all living things. What does it mean to live a truly rich life? What is the weight of a life? What do we receive from nature? And how should we live in return? The words of the Matagi felt like the mountain itself was speaking. And then Kakunodate, a quiet town lined with samurai homes, where pride and grace still lingered in the air. Here, the spirit of old Japan lives on. On this journey, we discovered a kind of richness that can't be found in speed or convenience. If you're longing to feel something deeper, if you need a pause from the noise of everyday life, there is a story waiting here just for you. A journey that may lead you back to yourself.